Alright, so this is going to be my top 100 player ranking at the end of the 2025 NBA season. I have already made my positional rankings for all 5 positions, and then my top 50 bench player rankings. If you have not seen those, please go back and watch those. That'd be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get started into this video. Starting off with our 10 honorable mentions, we have Aaron Nesmith, Jaden McDaniels, Isaiah Joe, Zach Edey, Jrue Holiday, Kel'el Ware, Naji Marshall, Dillon Brooks, Max Strus, and Clint Capella. Now, starting at number 100 is going to be Ausar Thompson. Previously, I had him as an honorable mention, so he's actually within relatively the same range, only within a few spots here. He was pretty good this year. He only played 22 minutes a game as a full-time starter, but he averaged 10 points, 5 boards, 1.7 steals on 53% shooting from the field. And I've already talked about pretty much every single one of these guys in a previous video, so I'm trying not to talk too much about him in this one, but obviously some of you guys probably didn't watch all the other videos. But he's not a good three-point shooter, and he's not a good free throw shooter. Definitely needs to fix those things. Number 99 is going to be Keldon Johnson, who was previously unranked. Now he comes in at number 99, so I guess he's doing a little bit better. But about 13 points, 5 boards on solid shooting at 48, 32 splits. 3-point percentage could be a little bit better. Defense could be a little bit better, but he's not bad. Number 98 is going to be Shaedon Sharpe. I had him at 76, comes in at 98. I thought he was going to take a bigger jump this year than he did. I mean, he's still pretty good. 19 points, about 5 boards, 1 steal on 45, 31 splits. But again, he needs to get his 3-point shot up a little bit. And then he could definitely be within the 76 range next year. I would imagine he averages 20-plus points a game next season. Number 97 is going to be Devin Vassell. I had him at 95, so he's only a couple points away there. He averaged 16 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. Pretty good shooting. He's all around really solid. I don't know if he's going to really take a next step. I think he might just be like this type of guy for a majority of his career. He might have a couple seasons where he gets up to closer to 20 points per game, but I wouldn't expect him to be an all-star level player in the future. Maybe like one-time all-star, but nothing really more than that. Number 96 is going to be Paul George. I had him coming in at number 23. I thought he was going to take a little bit of a bigger leap because I thought he was going to have to play a good role, and I thought he was going to mesh well in Philadelphia, and that didn't really happen. He had one of his worst seasons of his career, averaging about 16, 4, and 5, 1.8 steals, which is good, but I mean, efficiency 43 and 36. Like it's all solid numbers, right? He's still a top 100 player, which is, definitely a noteworthy feat in its own right. He just wasn't very good compared to previous Paul George seasons. Number 95 is going to be Tyus Jones. I thought it was crazy that I have him ranked over Paul George, but I mean, that's kind of how I do. 10 points, 5 assists. Really, really good shooting for him, and he has really good advanced numbers, which Paul George does not. Number 94 is going to be Tobias Harris. Previously was an honorable mention, so moves up a little bit. He had about 14 points and 6 boards on pretty solid shooting from him as well, and he was pretty good in the postseason. Number 93 is going to be Christian Braun. I had him unranked. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was this season, at least not this soon. But he averaged about 15 points, 5 boards, 1 steal on amazing shooting. Got 58 and 40 splits if you round up there. And he was also really solid in the postseason. And number 92 is going to be Chris Paul. He was unranked. I mean, last year he wasn't a top 100 player, or at least maybe like at this spot where he was this year, like one of the bottom of the top 100. So I thought it was like a little bit of another regression because he is like almost 40 years old, but he didn't really do that, right? He's very solid here for San Antonio, about 9 points, 7.5 assists, 1.3 steals on solid efficiency as well. Number 91 is going to be Larry Markkinen, another guy that definitely regressed quite a bit. I had him coming in at 38. He fell all the way to 91. Only 19 points a game, 6 boards on 42, 35 splits. Definitely had a better season last year. I thought he was going to average closer to 25 points per game, because I'm pretty sure that's where he was just a year ago. And there wasn't any, signs of regression. He just had an off year. Number 90 is going to be Dyson Daniels. He was unranked. He had a really good season. I definitely did not expect this to be happening from him, but he had about 14 points, 4 assists, 6 boards with 3 steals a game. That is amazing. Number 89 is going to be Michael Porter. Had him at 69, so drops about 20 spots there. He still was pretty good. 18 points, 7 boards on 50-40 splits there if you round up. So still really good, really efficient scorer, but he was also not very good in the postseason. Number 88 is going to be Jakob Poeltl. He had about 15 points and 10 boards if you round up with 1.2 steals and blocks. Very, very solid all-around player and pretty efficient as well. Number 87 is going to be Walker Kessler. He had about 11 points and 12 boards with 2.4 blocks on some really solid shooting from the field. He's not a three-point shooter, but his free throw percentage at 52% is also very, very bad. Number 86 is Jalen Green. I had him at 48. He comes all the way down to 86. I thought he was going to take a pretty significant leap from where he was a season ago, and he didn't really do that. He was still pretty good. 21 points, 3 assists, about 5 boards if you round up on 42-35 splits. They're all solid numbers. I would just like that to be a little bit better. Number 85 is going to be Mikal Bridges. Similar story. I had him at 49. Comes in at 85. He averaged about 18 points, almost 4 assists on 50-35 splits. He just wasn't nearly as impactful as I thought it would be because he was very, very impactful with Brooklyn, and now I had to take a lesser role in New York, and just has to be a lower rated player because of it. 84 is Malik Monk. I had him at 99. He actually stepped up to an 84. 17 points, 5.5 assists, 4 boards on 44-33 shooting. He was pretty good, really good scorer this year for Sacramento. Number 83 is Malik Beasley. I had him unranked, so he jumps up quite a bit. 16 points, nearly 1 steal a game on 43-42 splits. Amazing. Only thing about him, free throw percentage at 68% is really bad. He should be able to get that up quite a bit next season, but he still had a very, very good year in Detroit. Number 82 is Benedict Mathurin. He was an honorable mention, so he jumps up a couple spots here, about 20-ish there. 16 points, 5 boards, 46-34 shooting splits, and he was pretty solid in the postseason for Indiana. Number 81 is going to be Naz Reid. He averaged about 14-6, nearly a block a game on 46-38 splits. I had him at 84. So he actually does jump up a few spots. Even though he actually dropped a couple spots in my bench rankings, he jumps up overall in the top 100. Number 80 is Alex Caruso. I had him at an honorable mention, so he jumps up quite a bit here. Only played 19 minutes a game, but he averaged about 7 points, 2.5 assists, 3 boards, with 1.6 steals in only 19 minutes. That's pretty good. Per 36 would look really good there. And he was pretty efficient and was obviously a big part of why OKC won the finals. Number 79 is Peyton Pritchard. He had about 14 points, 3.5 assists, and 4 boards on 47-41 splits if you round up there. So he was really efficient scorer this year and definitely took a big leap offensively. Number 78 is OG Anunoby. Had at 71 and drops 7 spots here, but not too bad. 18 points, about 5 boards, 1.5 steals, and 1 block a game on 48-37 shooting. He was still really solid, just not quite as good as I thought he was going to be, but still very, very solid player. 77 is Kobe White. Had him at 91. Jumps up a little bit to 77. He averaged over 20 points a game. That's really good. 20 points, about 5 assists, and 4 boards on 45-37 splits. He was really, really solid for Chicago. Great scorer for them this season. 76 is TJ McConnell. He was unranked. He played about 18 minutes a game, averaged 9 points, 4 boards, 1 steal on 52-31 splits, but of course he was amazing in the postseason for Indiana, which is plays a big part of where this is coming from, because he might not even be a top 100 player if he didn't have that great postseason run. Number 75 is going to be Ty Jerome. Played about 20 minutes a game, 12.5 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds if you round up. 1 steal a game on amazing shooting at 52-44 splits if you round up there as well. He was very, very good off the bench in only 20 minutes a game. 74 is going to be CJ McCollum at 97, who I had him before. He jumps up to 74. So I didn't think he was going to average over 20 points per game this year. Part of that is probably because the amount of injuries that New Orleans had, and he was one of the guys who didn't get injured super bad. He still missed 26 games. But, with DeJounte Murray, Zion missing a whole bunch of games, he had to step up, and he kind of did. 21 points, 4 assists, 4 boards on 44-37 splits. Number 73 is Anthony Simons. Had him coming in at 63. Falls down to 73. I thought he was going to take a little bit of a bigger leap than he did. I thought he'd be probably a 20-point per game scorer. He was close, 19.3, with 5 assists on 43-36 shooting. He was still really good. Just, again, not quite as good as I thought he was going to be, but still very, very solid player for Portland. Number 72 is Rudy Gobert. Had him at 54, drops down to 72, but he was solid. 12 points, 11 boards, 1.4 blocks on 67% shooting. I thought he'd average a couple more points than that. 12 seems a little low. I feel like he's averaged closer to 14 to 16 the last few seasons, so I thought he was going to be, again, around there, but he was still really good for Minnesota. Number 71 is DeAndre Hunter. 17 points, 4 boards on 47-41 splits. He was a really good scorer, took a big leap in that aspect, and was a great scorer here for Cleveland and Atlanta, of course, when he was there before he got traded. Number 70 is Onyeka Okongwu. Had him at 90, jumps up to 70, so he jumped up quite a bit. He averaged 13 points, 9 boards, with nearly 1 steal and 1 block on 57-32 splits. He was really good on both sides of the ball here for Atlanta. Number 69 is going to be Bradley Beal. Had him at 92. Come in at 69. I feel like people underrate him just because of his horrible contract and bad team chemistry, but he's actually a pretty solid player. 17 points, 4 assists, 3 boards with 1 steal on 50, 39, 80 splits. Really, really good shooting splits for him, and still a very solid all-around player as far as the stat sheet goes. Number 68 is going to be Austin Reeves. Had him at 79, jumps up to 68. I did not think he'd be a 20-point per game scorer this year, but he was. 20.2 points, 6 assists, 4.5 boards on 46-38 splits. Really, really solid and a great leap for LA this year. 67 is going to be Miles Turner. About 15.5 points. Had him at 68, so just one spot away there. But 15.5 points, 6.5 boards with 2 blocks on 48% shooting and nearly 40% from 3. Really good, really efficient offensive year for Miles Turner. Number 66 is Isaiah Hartenstein. Had him at 73. Jumps up a few spots there. About 11 points and 11 boards with 1 block a game on 58% shooting. Really, really solid. Really, really good year for Isaiah Hartenstein. 65 is Colin Sexton. Had him at 96. Jumps up to 65. He was really good. He only played 28 minutes a game, but he averaged 18 points, 4 assists, and 3 boards on 40-41 splits with 86% from the free throw line. He was very, very efficient scorer this season and a decent playmaker there with over 4 assists a game. Number 64 is Miles Bridges. Averaged over 20 points, 4 assists, and nearly 8 boards on 43-31 splits. 3-point percentage isn't the best, but overall, really good year. And 20 point per game is pretty good. 63 is Norman Powell. He had a great leap this year. He was an honorable mention, and he jumps up all the way to number 63. He averaged 22 points, 2 assists, and 3 boards on 48-42 splits if you round up. An insanely efficient 20-plus point per game season for Norman Powell. Definitely not something that I expected. 62 is RJ Barrett. Only 32 minutes. He averaged 21 points, 5 assists, and 6 boards on 47-35 splits. One thing for him, free throw percentage at 63. That's pretty bad. Needs to get that up, but he still had a really, really good year here for Toronto. Number 61 is Amin Thompson. I had him at 60. I had him unranked. He played 69 games. That's where I thought that, but I had him unranked. I didn't think he was going to take this big of a leap this fast, but he was amazing. Right, 14 points, 4 assists, 8 boards, 1.4 steals, and 1.3 blocks are amazing numbers on 56% shooting from the field. Needs to get his 3-point percentage up and his free throw percentage up, but definitely was improving over last season, and he had a great year in the postseason as well. Number 60 is going to be Josh Hart. Had him at 83. Jumps up quite a bit to number 60, about 14 points, 6 assists, and almost 10 boards on 53-33 shooting, and he had a good postseason run as well. Number 59 is going to be Derek White. Had him at 62, so he actually jumps up a few spots with nearly 16 points, 5 assists, and 5 boards with 1 steal and 1 block on really solid shooting splits. Number 58 is going to be Jordan Poole. I had him unranked. He took a huge leap from where I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to be a very inefficient scorer and average like 17-ish points a game. He was actually fairly efficient and averaged over 20.5 points, about 5 assists, 3 boards, 1.3 steals. Those are really good numbers there on 43-38 split. So he was actually pretty efficient, or at least fairly efficient there this season. Number 57 is going to be Mark Williams. Had him at 64. Jumps up a little bit more than I thought he would, but he was pretty good. 15 points, 10 boards, 1.2 blocks on 60% shooting from the field. Really solid year for Mark Williams. Number 56 is going to be Josh Giddey. He was unranked, so he took a big leap as well. Only 30 minutes a game. He averaged nearly 15 points, 7 assists, 8 boards on 47-38 splits. Right, he was really efficient this year, especially compared to previous seasons. He shot 38% from 3, which I think last year he was a lot worse than that. Number 55 is going to be Fred VanVleet. Average, 14 points, 5.5 assists, and almost 4 boards, and 1.6 steals, which is good too. Field goal percentage is pretty bad at 38%. Three-point percentage at 35 is good. But again, that field goal percentage is really bad. But he was pretty good in the postseason, which definitely makes me put him up, raise him up quite a few spots here. Number 54 is going to be Daniel Gafford. Average about 12.7 boards and almost 2 blocks a game on over 70% shooting. I had him coming in unranked, but he had great stats, especially for only playing 21.5 minutes a game. Number 53 is going to be Aaron Gordon. Only played in 28 minutes a game. Averaged about 15 points, 5 boards on 53-44 splits if you round up there. An incredibly efficient scoring season this year for Aaron Gordon, and he was really good in the postseason as well. Number 52 is going to be Jalen Duren. In 26 minutes a game, he averaged about 12 points and 10 boards with 1 block on 69% shooting. A really efficient scoring season for him, and definitely a lot improved from a season ago. But I actually had him coming in at number 43, so he didn't quite improve as much as I thought he would. I thought it would be a little bit higher volume of his scorer, but that did not happen. At number 51 is going to be Trey Murphy. Averaged about 21 points and 5 boards with 45-36 split. So a very efficient 20-point per game scorer, which is not something I expected to see out of Trey Murphy this season. Number 50 is going to be Kristaps Porzingis. Had him at 59. Jumps up a few spots here. Averaged about 20 points and 7 boards on 1.5 blocks on 48-41 shooting. So really efficient, nearly 20 points per game. Really good year for Porzingis. Number 49 is going to be Jamal Murray. Averaged 21 points, 6 assists, and 4 boards on 47-39 splits. Really efficient. Had him at 44. Just drops a couple of spots, but he was still really, really good. 48 is Deni Avdija. So I had him at 86. He jumped up almost 40 spots. He was really good. 17 points, 4 assists, and 7 boards on about 48-37 splits if you round up there. Took a really big leap here in Portland, and he was a really, really good player. Number 47 is going to be Cameron Johnson. He averaged 19 points, 3 assists, 4 boards on 48-39 split. So a very efficient scoring season from him, and a pretty good all-around stats aside from that. 46 is Tyler Hero. Had him at 56. Jumps up 10 spots. Took a big scoring leap. Averaged almost 24 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 boards on 47-38 splits if you round up there. So really efficient. 24 points per game is really good for Tyler Hero. 45 is Desmond Bane. Had him at 51. Jumps up 6 more spots than that. 19 points, 5 assists, 6 boards on 48-39 splits. So very efficient, nearly 20 point per game scorer, and good all-around stats aside from that as well. Really solid year for Desmond Bane. 44 is DeMar DeRozan. Had him at 41. Just drops 3 spots, but he's basically the same area. 22 points, 4 assists, and 4 boards on about 48-33% shooting. Really solid year. Still a great scorer, DeMar DeRozan. Number 43 is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. I had him at 45. Jumps up 2 more spots. He averaged about 22 points, 5.5 boards, 1 steal, and 1.5 blocks on 49-38 shooting. Definitely a really efficient year this year. I think last year he was a little bit worse as far as his shooting splits go, but this year he brought them back up to really solid numbers there. Number 42 is Ivica Zubac. He took a really big leap that I did not expect at all. Averaged about 17 points and 12.5 boards on 63% shooting from the field. Great year from him. Definitely did not see this type of a leap coming. 41 is Jaylen Brown. I had him at number 20. I mean, he did just win the Finals MVP last year, so it's like I feel like I had to have him pretty high. And he didn't really live up to that height, but he was still pretty good. 22 points, about 5 assists, and 6 boards on 46-32 splits. 3-point percentage could have been a little bit better, but he was still very solid. Number 40 is Scottie Barnes. Had him at 36. Just drops a couple spots below, but 19 points, 6 assists, close to 8 boards, with good defensive stats at 1.4 steals and 1 block on 45-27 splits. 3-point percentage needs to be a little bit better, but other than that, a really good all-around year for Scottie Barnes. Number 39 is De'Aaron Fox. Had him at 26. Definitely dropped down a little bit from there. About 24 points, 6 assists, and 5 boards with 1.5 steals is good. And 46-31 split is also pretty good. 3-point percentage, again, could be a little bit higher, but not too bad for him. 38 is Jarrett Allen. He took a big leap. I thought he was going to take a pretty significant regression from last season, but he still did really good. In 28 minutes, averaged about 14 and 10 with nearly 1 steal and 1 block on over 70% shooting from the field. Very efficient year from Jarrett Allen. Number 37 is Tyrese Maxey. Had him at 29, drops a little bit down to 37. The dude is still pretty good, 26, 6, and 3 with the 1.8 steals on 44-34 splits. Not the best efficiency, but it is still pretty solid. Number 36 is Bam Adebayo. Had him at 35, just drops 1 spot there. But he averaged 18, 4, and almost 10 boards a game on 49-36 splits. Really efficient year for Bam Adebayo. Number 35 is Ja Morant. He took a pretty big downfall. I had him at number 13. He drops all the way down to 35. He didn't have a bad year. 35 is still pretty good, right? 23 points, 7 assists, 4 boards on 45-31 splits. Still solid. Again, 3-point percentage could be a little bit better. I thought he was going to average, closer to like 27 points per game, but he was still really good this year. Just not quite like bordering All-NBA type player like I thought he would be. Number 34 is Trae Young. I had him at 27, so he drops like 7 spots, but he was pretty good. 24 points, nearly 12 assists, 3 boards, and 1 steal on 41-34 splits. His field goal percentage could be a little bit higher, but overall, still really solid year for Trae Young. 33 is Nikola Vucevic, probably one of the biggest risers on this list. I had him unranked. He comes in at number 33. He's like a huge leap from last season, especially as far as his efficiency goes. Last year, he shot under 30% from 3. This year, he was over 40% from 3. Huge leap. Averaged about 19 points and 10 boards on 53-40 splits. An amazingly efficient season from Nikola Vucevic, which I did not expect at all, considering his recent downtrend in the last few years. 32 is Julius Randle. Had him at 57. He definitely was more impactful in Minnesota than I thought he was going to be. 19 points, about 5 assists, and 7 boards on 49-34 splits, and he was really good in the postseason as well. 31 is going to be LaMelo Ball. He was 33, so jumps up 2 spots. Averaged 25, 7, and 5 with 41-34 splits. Efficiency could be a little bit better, but overall, really good year for LaMelo Ball. Number 30 is Franz Wagner. He took a huge leap here. Had him at 70. Comes up at number 30. He averaged 24 points a game. I did not expect that. Also about 5 assists and 6 boards on 30% shooting from 3. 3-point shot could be better, but other than that, really, really good year for Franz Wagner. Number 29 is going to be Damian Lillard. Had him at 24. Only drops 5 spots. 25 points, 7 assists, and 5 boards on 45-38 splits. Still really good year for Damian Lillard. 28 is Alperen Sengun. Had him at 39. Took a little bit of a bigger leap than that. He comes in at number 28. 19 points, 5 assists, 10 boards, and a steal on about 50% shooting from the field. Only 23% shooting from 3. That needs to be better. And his free throw percentage also needs to be better. But really good all-around year from Alperen Sengun. 27 is Jimmy Butler. Had him at 17. Definitely was a little bit worse than I projected. 17.5 points, 5 assists, 5 boards, 1.5 steals on 50-31 splits. Really solid still, just not quite the level I thought he would be at. 26 is Cade Cunningham. He was at 46, so he jumped up 20 spots. Bigger leap than I thought. 26 points, 9 assists, and 6 boards with 1 steal on 47-36 splits. Pretty efficient. 26 points per game is really good. And great all-around numbers aside from that as well for Cade Cunningham. Number 25 is James Harden. He was 34. Now he's 25. I thought he was going to take a pretty big, or at least like a semi-significant downfall here, regression this year in LA. He did not really do that. He averaged 23, 9, and 6 with 1.5 steals on 41-35 splits. Number 24 is Zach LaVine. He was number 50. I thought he was, going to have a similar year to last year. Last year, he did not shoot this efficiently. He shot 51% from the field and 45% from 3 almost. That was crazy. He averaged 23, 4, and 4 with those really, really good shooting splits. 23, Darius Garland, another guy that took a huge leap. I had him at 61. I mean, last year he wasn't very good comparatively to this year. His percentages were a little bit down, but this year he was pretty good. Nearly 21 points, 7 assists, 1.2 steals on 47-40 splits. Really good year from Darius Garland. Definitely rejuvenated his thing. I think it could be a potential, All-NBA player in the future. Definitely all-star caliber guy. Number 22 is Devin Booker. He was number 7, so he drops quite a bit. He was not like the elite level guy that I thought he was going to be, but he was still pretty good. 25 points, 7 assists, and 4 boards are still really good numbers on 46-33 splits. Just, not like All NBA type of guy from this season alone. Number 21 is Jalen Williams. He was number 28, so jumps up even 7 more spots than I thought he'd be. He averaged about 22 points, 5 assists, and 5 boards with 1.5 steals on 48-37 splits, and obviously was a big part of why OKC won the NBA Finals. Number 20 is Karl-Anthony Towns. Had about 25, so jumps up 5 more spots. Really good year from him, 24 points, nearly 13 boards as well on 53-42 splits. Really efficient year here for Karl-Anthony Towns. Number 19 is Kyrie Irving, was 21, so jumps up just 2 spots. He averaged about 25, 5, and 5 with 1.3 steals on 47-40 splits. Really great year here for Kyrie Irving. Number 18 is Pascal Siakam. He was 32, jumps up all the way to 18. He averaged 20 points, 3 assists, and 7 boards on 52-39 splits, and was amazing in the postseason run for Indiana, of course, winning the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, leading them to a Game 7 game against OKC in the finals. That definitely helps raise him a decent amount of spots on this list. Number 17 is Domantas Sabonis. He was really good, had him at 30. Comes in at number 17. He averaged 19 points, 6 assists, and 14 boards on 59-42 splits. Amazingly efficient year for Sabonis. Number 16 is Paolo Banchero. Had him at 19. Even exceeded my expectations there, coming in at number 16. 26, 5, and 7.5 boards on 45-32 splits. 3-point percentage could be a little bit better, but I do think he was a lot better from 3 in the postseason against the Cavaliers. Number 15 is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. 36 minutes a game, 27 points, 5 assists, 6 boards, with 1.2 steals a game, 45% shooting from the field, and 40% shooting from 3. Number 14 is going to be Victor Wembanyama. He was great. 24 points, 11 boards, 1 steal, and 3.8 blocks per game on 48-35 splits. Definitely has an argument to be a top 10 player, but I didn't want to put him in there quite yet, but he was still really, really good. Number 13 is Evan Mobley. He averaged 19 points, 3 assists, and 9 boards with 1.6 blocks on 56-37 splits, and was pretty good in the postseason. You could definitely argue Wemby is better than Evan Mobley, but just because Evan Mobley did win the Defensive Player of the Year, although he probably only won that because Wemby missed a big part of the season, his Defensive Player of the Year as well as his postseason numbers helped me put him barely over Victor Wembanyama. Number 12 is Jalen Brunson. He was great. Averaged 26, 7, and 3 on 49-38 splits. Number 11 is going to be Tyrese Halliburton. He was great. I had him coming in at number 22. Jumps up all the way to number 11. Averaged 19, 9, and almost 4 boards a game with 1.5 steals on 47-39 splits. And he had great postseason numbers as well with 4 postseason game winners / game tires. Just 4 really, really clutch shots there in the postseason. Definitely helps rank him a little bit higher than he probably should be. And starting our top 10, we have Kevin Durant. He was great. He was number 9 previously, so he's still in the top 10 there. About 27 points, 4 assists, and 6 boards on 53-43 shooting. I mean, it's Kevin Durant. He's insanely efficient and pretty good all-around numbers. Number 9 is Donovan Mitchell. I had him at 15, so he jumps up a little bit to get in the top 10. He averaged 24, 5, and 5 on only 31 minutes a game, and had 44, 37 splits there. As far as shooting goes, he was great this year. Number 8 is Stephen Curry. I had him at number 8 previously. He averaged 25, 6, and 4 on 45 and 40% shooting from 3 if you round up there. Again, really efficient year from Stephen Curry. Number 7 is going to be LeBron James. I had him coming in at number 11. I thought it would be like a very slight decrease in his stats, which I think he still kind of did. He averaged less than 25 points per game for the first time in a long time. But still really, really good season. Definitely still a top 10 player in my opinion. 24 points, 8 assists, 8 boards with 1 steal on 51-38 splits. And he was really good in the one postseason series. Number 6 is Jason Tatum. Had at number 12. Jumps into the top 10 here. 27 points, 6 assists, and almost 9 boards on 45-34 splits. And he was really good in the postseason as well before he got injured. Number 5 is Anthony Davis. I had him at number 10. Jumps in all the way to number 5. He was great. 25 points, almost 12 boards, 1.2 steals, and over 2 blocks a game on 52-28 splits there. 3-point percentage could have been a little bit better, but he was still amazing on both sides of the ball this year. Number 4 is going to be Luka Doncic. I had him at number 2. Not quite that good, but still very, very good at number 4. 28, 8 and 8 on 1.8 steals on 45, 37 splits. He also just had a pretty horrendous postseason series, so that does not help him out, but he's still a great player. Number 4 on my list. Number 3 is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. He averaged 30 points, almost 7 assists, and 12 boards with 1 steal and over 1 block a game on 60% shooting from the field. Free-throw percentage and free-throw percentage are pretty bad, but overall, he's still an amazing, amazing player. Number 2 is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He had him at number 4. Comes in at number 2 here. Averaged 33, 6, and 5 with 1.7 steals and 1 block a game on 52-38 splits. Also, was the MVP, the Western Conference Finals MVP, the NBA Finals MVP, and won the NBA championship. So that definitely helps bring him up here, but he's still, I don't think you can really make the argument for him any lower than number 3, but I have him at number 2. Number 1 is going to be Nikola Jokic. I feel like this is pretty obvious. He basically averaged a 30-point triple-double with 29.6 points, 10 assists, and almost 13 boards with 1.8 steals as well on almost 58-42 shooting. This was an amazingly efficient year, and he nearly averaged a 30-point triple-double on some of the best efficiency we've seen ever, right? He was amazing. Also worth noting, our top 4 guys, Jokic, Shai, Giannis, Luka, none of them are from America. But moving on to our missing players, there's quite a bit of guys to mention here. I'm going to go through this quickly. These are guys that just simply were not good enough or did not play enough games to make this list. We got Joel Embiid who was number 6, only played 19 games. Kawhi Leonard was number 14, only played 37 games. Zion Williamson was 37, only played in 30 games. Chet Holmgren was 40, only played in 32 games. Brandon Miller was 42, played in 27 games. DeAndre Ayton, 47, played in 40 games. Jeremy Grant was 52, just wasn't good enough. DeJounte Murray was 53, played in 31 games. Jaden Ivey was 55, played in 30 games. Jalen Johnson was 57, played in 36 games. Brandon Ingram was 60, played in 18 games. Nick Claxton was 65, just not good enough. Emmanuel Quickley was 75, played in 33 games. Alexander Sarr, 77, not good enough. Cam Thomas, 78, only played 25 games. Cam Whitmore was number 80, not good enough. Kyle Kuzma was 82, not good enough. Bobby Portis was 87, not good enough. Klay Thompson was 89, not good enough. D'Angelo Russell was 93, not good enough. Chris Middleton was 94, only played 37 games. Jonathan DiVincenzo was 98, not good enough. And Keegan Murray was 100, not good enough. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have not watched my previous ranking videos, please go back and do that. That would be greatly appreciated. But thank you for watching this video. That's going to be it for this video, and goodbye.